looking for the vaccine. It's going to save us. Therapeutics, they're going to save us. Really, right now, what's going to save us is good testing, tracing, isolation, social distancing, wearing masks. That's it.
Looking at these pictures out of Arizona, the picture we last showed live, not a mask in sight. A lot of red hats. We see one of those misting machines that are popular in Arizona. I can't wait to get an infectious disease doctor to weigh in on what could happen when you aerosolize water and blow it over a crowd of people tightly packed. Be that as it may. Our thanks to Anne Ramoyne out at UCLA and Casey Hunt, proud GW Colonial, proud product of not one but two Wolverines. Thank you both for being with us. We greatly appreciate it. A break for us when we come back from the national response to the pandemic to the soaring number of cases in Texas, where the state's governor says the virus must be corralled. But so far, let's be fair, it's fully out of the barn and running wild in several big cities in that state. And later, President Trump, desperate to turn the page on the pandemic, reaches back to his 2016 campaign playbook.
Wayfair has way more ways to renovate your home. From inspiration to installation. Like way more vanities perfect for you.
Nice.
Way more unique fixtures and tiles.
Pairing.
Nice. Way more top brands and sinks and faucets. Way more ways to rule your renovation.
Nice.
On any budget, with free shipping. Wayfair. Way more than furniture.
Find better adventures together in the Hyundai Santa Fe. From the brand with more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda or Toyota.
The Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. Because the Tempur-Breeze transfers heat away from your body, so you feel cool night after night. During the Tempur-Pedic Summer of Sleep, save $500 on all Tempur-Breeze mattresses.
What can employers do to best position themselves?
With every company in every industry, digital transformation has to be on the CEO's agenda.
This is a game changer. Not having an intentionality right now will be a critical mistake.
With daily insights on the new now, this is Business Interrupted with EY.
10 years ago, I had an undiagnosed heart condition, and erectile dysfunction was actually the first sign that something was wrong.
Luckily, I'm a doctor, an expert in sexual health, and Zach's that.
Not everyone has a doctor in the house, and some health conditions can be really tough to talk about. We started Roman to change that.
Now you can go online and chat with a physician.
And if treatment is right for you, we'll ship genuine medication right to your door. If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues, let's take care of it.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
This is a tale of 2 kitties. This kitty uses ordinary litter. This kitty uses pretty litter, the world's smartest cat litter, and it's delivered right to your door. Its ultra-light, super absorbent formula traps odors, and it does something no ordinary clay litter can do. Pretty Litter's color-changing crystals make it easy to monitor your cat's health, helping to avoid serious illness. She's switching to Pretty Litter. Smart move. Try Pretty Litter risk-free for 30 days. When you sign up, get free delivery. Go to prettylitter.com.
Said there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Perhaps the time has come to fully realize the dream upon which this great country was founded. Equal justice under the law.
We have been reporting on the surge in coronavirus cases in the South and the West. There have been new concerns just today over the accelerating rate of cases in the state of Texas. Here now the facts as we know them at this hour. The number of cases and hospitalizations in the Lone Star State have broken records for almost 2 weeks running. Here you can see the steady climb of patients with coronavirus filling Texas hospitals. There's no breaking that trend line right now. The situation has become so dire that now the Texas Children's Hospital in Houston is admitting adult patients to free up beds in other hospitals. On Monday, Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott revealed that the state was averaging over 3,500 new cases a day, marking an explosive surge after averaging around 1,500 per day back in May. As you may recall, Texas was among the first states to reopen its economy, a decision that Governor Abbott previously defended and that his friend Donald Trump applauded. In late April, he even signed executive orders barring local governments from requiring residents to wear face masks in public. But now the governor says he would consider rolling back some of those guidelines if the numbers continue to surge. Here's some of what he said on Monday.
If we were to experience another doubling of those numbers over the next month, that would mean that we are in an urgent situation where tougher actions will be required to make sure that we do contain the spread of COVID-19.
But even as the governor has appeared to change his tune on the severity of this crisis, he said that shutting down the state again would be a last resort. We are so happy to be joined from Texas by Dr. Peter Hotez, an infectious disease expert, founding dean of the National School of Tropical Medicine at Baylor, serves as the director of the Texas Children's Hospital Center for Vaccine Development. First of all, doctor, in your own words, as you look at it as a resident, taxpayer, and physician, how much trouble is Texas in?
I think we're in a lot of trouble, Brian. Unfortunately, we're seeing a pretty steep acceleration in the number of cases here in Houston and in several other metropolitan areas, Austin, Dallas, for instance. And the rise is not a gradual rise. It's not a linear rise. It's following what we call an exponential curve, which is it's going flat and then it's accelerating almost vertically. And that's really worrisome. And what's more, it's not just the number of cases. It's also the fact that we're seeing a big surge now on the hospitals of our Texas Medical Center. You've been to Houston. You know that massive Texas Medical Center, 60 institutions and 100,000 employees. The hospitals are now filling up with their beds, and we're starting to see a surge on our ICU beds as well. And our CEO of Texas Children's, Mark Wallace, took the very courageous step of opening up Texas Children's to bring in adult patients. So we're in for a very serious time, and I don't see what slows this down. We really haven't done anything at a macroscopic public health level, other than now we're going to have more mandates for masks. I don't see how that really slows this down in a substantive way. So I think we're going to have no choice but to implement more aggressive measures, and pretty soon, I'm afraid.
This being your life's work, can you believe you lived to see a day when the wearing of a mask in public was fraught with politics, partisan politics?
Yeah, the politicization of this has been awful. And it's been tough here in Texas. You know, we have a far right-wing fringe group that has been going up against me for a few years because I'm a vaccine scientist and the parent of an adult daughter with autism, and I wrote a book called Vaccines Did Not Cause Rachel's Autism to stand up to the anti-vaccine lobby, and they go after me with that. I have a new name now, Brian. It's the OG villain. I'm the original gangster villain for defending vaccines. But now those same groups are now holding demonstrations against all the things that we need to do, the contact tracing, the detection, the syndromic surveillance, the social distancing. And since we don't have a COVID-19 vaccine and won't have one until next year at the earliest, that's like fighting this with one hand tied behind our back. And so they're trying to take away the only weapons we have. So we have to get serious. We have to recognize that this is a public health crisis and take some positive steps. And I think that'll happen. I think I expect some big changes before the end of the week. Otherwise, there will be an irreversible ascent of cases and hospitalizations.
And that's finally what I want to get your comment on is a vaccine, this mythical day when the vaccine arrives, and then we start the process perhaps of vaccinating 7 billion souls around the planet, those that will allow themselves to have the dose at least once a day now, probably because of the arrival of warmer weather, probably because our newscasts are full of pictures of cities, quote, getting back. I hear, well, we'll go to a NASCAR race when there's a vaccine. We'll go on family vacation when there's a vaccine. Have people mentally ready and equipped for just how long a wait this might be, and just how long, if we viewed lockdown as kind of a timeout where we were forced to learn new practices, how much longer are we going to have to implement those new practices?
Brian, what we're going to have to do is navigate our way through this with a vaccine. It's not going to be a magic solution. Particularly some of the first vaccines that we're seeing coming out of Operation Warp Speed, because of the technology they're using, they're likely to be only partially protective, not completely protective.